2, 3, go.
Hey everybody, so I am here with Jeremy McPeak, who is the head of digital, all things digital, for the Phoenix Suns, and I have been lucky enough to grab just a couple of minutes with him before he goes out on stage to do a major presentation. Just want to ask him a couple quick questions, because you guys don't get a chance to hear and see this every day, right? So Jeremy, thanks so much for being here and answering our questions, answering, et cetera. You've been with the Suns, as you told me, quite a while, and you've gone through a number of different positions there, and now digital is really your realm.
Yep.
What do you think, because there's a lot of talk right now just about how wearables might affect entertainment, but specifically sports,
right.
How you'll be able to, I don't know, get a deeper, richer experience about sports by this, but of course there are a lot of issues in terms of licensing. Has this come up in terms of discussion at all for the Suns itself, or just the club? What do you think about this? Because you know everything now kind of belongs to the fan, the individual, whatever.
Right.
So, what are your thoughts on this?
It's certainly something we've started to explore and talk about. We just recently got our first pair of Google Glass.
Yeah,
and,
congrats.
Thank you. We've been practicing with that a little bit, taking photos on the court as guys are warming up and giving them to our players to wear and take a few pictures here and there. Yeah,
okay.
Just kind of experimenting to see what we can do.
Yeah.
The Golden State Warriors recently actually created an app for their Google Glass, and fans who sit in their kind of theater box section can get live stats with the Google Glass as the game is going on. That's something that is growing in sports and could become important for teams in the near future.
Right.
There's also been talk
of the playback and all that. This is owned by really each team itself, right? So an individual couldn't really necessarily film something in the stadium or in the arena live and then play it back on its own wearable, whether it might be glasses or later on something else. What do you think about that?
It's a good question. I mean, almost every fan in the building has a smartphone and is taking photos the entire game and shooting little Vine videos or Instagram videos.
Yeah.
And so there's lots of video being shot already in arena.
Very true.
And we need to, I think, figure out a way to kind of capitalize on that user-generated content and kind of pull it all together and aggregate it in one place where all fans can go and see the best of the best content that was created in each game.
Oh, see that? You might have your chance to be, blowing up all from the different style of video and whatever that you take. And then I guess the last question maybe would be, who's the hottest player right now from the Suns who's followed either on Twitter, Instagram, whatever, and why? Because I know you guys just got new uniforms or whatever, right?
We did,
shout out for the new uniform.
3 new uniforms, yep. That's a good question. All of our players are very active on social media. Goran Dragic, who's kind of our star point guard, or star guard, he's fantastic on Twitter. Channing Frye, the Morris brothers are really good on Instagram.
Okay.
A couple players use Vine.
So that it's their kind of personal preference.
Right, absolutely. And each one has their own kind of preference, to be honest. But really, like I said, they're all active. There's only 1 or 2 players that aren't involved in social media now, which is a huge shift from 3 or 4 years ago when there were only 1 or 2 players on our team that were kind of dabbling in social media. So it's been fun to see that growth and see them really connect with fans and kind of grow their personal brands that way.
Is it hard though? Because do you have to kind of oversee them, make sure I don't know, never say this or don't forget to say that or whatever? Where does it stop in terms of them being a player and becoming an individual? Or is there really no line for that?
No, at the beginning of each season, our basketball operations department meets with them heading into training camp just to talk about all kinds of things, team rules, policies. And one of the things they do address is social media, and just being smart and being careful with what you're putting out there.
Yeah.
We really have to remind them that everything they say on social media, they shouldn't say it unless they'd be willing to say it in a huddle of media reporters, because anything they tweet can be in the newspaper the next day.
So if you're angry or whatever.
Yeah, take a break and put your phone down and
right,
hold
and then
on.
Come back later on.
But we really don't have problems with our players. I mean, they're pretty savvy, and they, a lot of them have their own publicists or managers who've also been in their ear talking about ways to use it and ways to not use it. So we really haven't had any issues like that. It's been really a great outreach tool for those players and our organization as well.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jeremy.
You're welcome.
Here, you're getting it directly from in-house the Phoenix Suns. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Definitely.